Hey, what's up everyone? What's going on? It's your brother William. And in today's video, I have something very exciting and thrillful that I've been waiting to do for a while. And that is visiting one of the slave plantations of my ancestors. Of course, it took a lot of research, a lot of dedication. And that's really why I'm putting this video out, so I can try and motivate others to search and inquire about their ancestors' history via DNA and ancestry records. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, now what's going on? It's your boy William. Right now we're up here in Nashville, Tennessee at the Samuel Weekly Plantation, man. This is a place where some of my ancestors on my father's lineage was held captive in the 1800s before being transferred down to Madison County, Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Here we have it. The big house. If you look around all these, we see regular houses, regular buildings, modern buildings, but right here we got the old big house of the slave plantation, man. We about to take it up top. The door's locked right now, so we can't get in or nothing. But as you can see, man, this was built by Samuel Weekly in the early 1800s. Built by Samuel Weekly in the early 1800s. We all know what that is, man. That's when we used to come out of his bedroom, overlook all the slaves, make sure everybody doing their work and all that BS, man. But yeah, man. I have my ancestors, Hannah, Bentley, Austin, Buck, Mary, Charlie, and John, man. We was all up here before getting transferred over down to Madison County, Alabama. Let's get a look. Samuel Weekly originally came from Roanoke, Virginia. All right. Came from Roanoke, Virginia, had a father named Robert Weekly. They came to Virginia, of course, to get land, purchase slaves, and purchase goods to sell, right? Now, it wasn't until 1825 that my ancestors made their way down from here, down to Madison County, Alabama. Samuel Weekly had a daughter named Ellen Weekly. What she did was she married a brother down in Alabama named James J. Dunnigan. And that's where my ancestors ended up in Madison County, Alabama. And that's where they got their surname from, Dunnigan, from James J. Dunnigan, the marriage that they had together. As we can see right here, this is the back side. Like it's been renovated a little bit. Don't add in some garages right here, right? So like it's been renovated a little bit. Pretty cool, man, pretty cool. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Now, there were some things within the video that I did forget to mention, and I would like to mention just to show some more facts to go with my family history. As I mentioned, Robert Weekly left Virginia and came to Tennessee, and he ended up giving his property or his slaves to his son Samuel Weekly. And even in 1832, there is a deed inventory that lists off some of my ancestors within it, like Hannah, Henry, Buck, Austin, Mary, and even Caroline, which was in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, I also mentioned that they were eventually transported down to Madison County, Alabama. Now, this was so because of a marriage between Samuel Weekly's daughter, Ellen Weekly, and a slave owner in Alabama by the names of James J. Dunnigan. And I was able to find out some of this information by way of correspondence letters between James H. Weekly and James J. Dunnigan. If we look here, we have a correspondence between the two men, and it's actually a slave assessment listing off all the slaves that James Weekly and Ellen Weekly had at the time in Nashville, along with the prices and the names of the slaves. Bentley, Hannah, Charlie, Buck, Mary, Bentley Jr., John, Caroline, Anna, and Austin. And all of them are listed at different prices. For example, we have Bentley Sr. listed at $250. We also have Hannah listed at either $250 or $50, I believe that is. And even if we continue to go down a buck, we have him listed at $700. We have Mary listed at $500. But again, we do see my ancestors here inside of an inventory correspondence between James H. Weekly and James J. Dunnigan before my ancestors were transferred. Just to continue, we can take a look at the Freedmen Bureau's records to get a little glimpse and more information on my ancestors. And as it reads, all Freedmen records were taken for this family at different times. The family lived on different plantations, and John is definitely the son of Bentley and Hannah Dunnigan. Now at this specific time when John was freed, he's on a different plantation, but we know, well, I know specifically originally, they all were sold to James J. Dunnigan, and from there they was dispersed off. But as we can see, we have his father's name, who is Bentley. Again, it's showing that he's from Tennessee, and also Hannah. And it also has his brothers and sisters listed off, who I've been able to trace back to the plantation here in Nashville as well. And even if we go and look at another ancestor named Henry, or John Henry Dunnigan, it says that he was born into slavery to Hannah Dunnigan of Huntsville, Alabama, right? They were owned by wealthy merchant James J. Dunnigan, an Irishman. And it even goes on to list something pretty cool about my ancestor here. It says John enlisted into Company C, 106th U.S. Colored Infantry on September 2nd, 1864. It was transferred to Nashville, Tennessee on September 5th and mustered on May 1st, 1865 in Jackson, Tennessee. And before we wrap this up, I'm going to put a face to some of the history we've been speaking about. Here is an image of my 5th great-grandfather and grandmother, John Dunnigan and Mary Dunnigan. And with that, I wrap this video up. And again, I hope to see others looking into the history of their ancestors, looking into the history of their families, finding out all that they can, all right? You can use various sources from Ancestry.com, FamilySearch.org. You can go to your local libraries. You can pay people to assist you with this. I know for me, there was a lot of phone calls to different libraries in Alabama, different libraries in Georgia, different libraries in South Carolina, to find or to build out my full family tree. And of course, some of that will cost money, but at the end of the day, it will definitely be worth it. Stay tuned, because there might be another plantation that we pop up to. You never know.